Welcome back to the Hope to Hope Conference. I'm Kim White with the My Sexy Business Team, and I am here with
Coni Meyers with the Crystalline Moment Success Movement and Publishing.
Miss Connie and I are having a great day today because we have had already 5 sessions. This is session number 6 with some amazing speakers, amazing people doing amazing things, and
Totally.
we're not done yet.
No, we're just getting wound up.
We're just getting wound up because the next speaker is amazing. She's the editor-in-chief of Equanimity Magazine. But that's just really a small thing that she does, because the big thing that she does is she's changing the world. Welcome to Hope, Miss Llumbie Mlambo.
Well, that's a lovely introduction. And thank you for having me as your number 6 today.
Thank you for being able to be on. Well, will you tell our listeners, because it would be better if you tell them and I don't get it wrong, will you tell them what it is that you are doing? Because I'm excited about all of the things that you're doing, but can you just give us like a little bit of a background of what all you're doing?
So I'm doing 2 things really. I'm doing stuff for nonprofit, for my charity. It's called JB Dondolo. It's named after my father. My charity fights poverty. So right now we are trying to get a water system, clean water system in Africa, for an underserved clinic. Going project, but we're trying to get it done as soon as possible. And I think we're probably going to finish it this coming year, just for that water, stuff that we need. Then I'm also working on the magazine called Equanimity, a lifestyle magazine. Is out there. It encourages to not give up hope, but potential to where they want to be, so can become productive in the communities that they serve. So those are the 2 things that I'm working on: a magazine and a nonprofit.
And you've got your hands full.
Yes. Yes.
I know one of the handsome cover guys that you had on your magazine. I hope he's listening right now, Mr. Noah MacArthur.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It was really lovely having him on the cover. He did great, and he was just a very dynamic person. And a lot of our readers really loved him on the cover. They loved his story and who he is and what he represents. So I hope we have another model like him. He was great.
He's a sweetheart. And you've had several other people. You had Ellen on the last one. Was it the last one?
Ellen DeGeneres. Yes, we did.
Wow.
I didn't actually get to interview. I didn't get to interview her myself, but my columnist did, which was very nice. I would have loved to meet her myself as well, but maybe some other time. But it was nice to write about her.
Yeah. So how do you pick people to be on the cover?
Pretty much lately people pick themselves to be on the cover. They pick themselves to be on the cover. Because lately what we did is we auctioned all the covers for Equanimity, benefit our charity. So anybody can put themselves on the cover and benefit our charity. Suppose you have a product, or you want to, talk about your company, you want to share news about your company and about yourself, you could put yourself on the cover and just pay to be on the cover, and we donate that to our charity. So
I love that.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's,
Yes.
it's a great concept. It's a very great concept, and I love it too, because it allows people to, I mean, to really get out there and showcase who they are, their talents and their products and all kinds of things, you know. People who would normally be on the cover, or people who wouldn't even think that they'll be on the cover, they end up on the cover, which is a good thing. So yeah, but on any normal day, when we're not doing charity stuff, to be on the cover requires that you have a great story that you want to share to people and inspire yourself and the things that you've done, your life, you know, a story of success or failure, because we want people to learn about, you know, what makes you thrive, what makes you successful, what makes you fail, what made you fail, because that's important for people who are looking to be inspired and become better at certain things. So usually our magazine publishes like 4 times a year. So if we have like cover models, then we select them for that year, you know, for particular themes for each edition. So that's how it works.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice
Yeah.
magazine. I have a copy of the one with Noah on my desk, and so it's very nice.
Yeah.
How can people get the magazine?
Yeah. It's nice. You can get it online. When you go to our websites, we have several websites, but where they can actually order it and get a print edition is if they go to MagCloud and they search for Equanimity magazine for that season. For example, you can search for MagCloud Equanimity magazine spring 2016 or 2017. It's going to bring it up, and then you can just click it. And once you're on there, there's a way to place an order, like for, or just to place an order for a digital edition. But on the most part, it's free. If you're just previewing it online, you can actually just read all the pages, really. We are free.
Oh, that's nice to know. So, what made you want
Yeah.
to publish a magazine?
I want a friend, you know, tired of magazines, picture. I wasn't I wanted to read something that would inspire me, change people that they can read, be encouraged and inspired to do something, you know, because we can look at the pictures all day long. There are so many pictures everywhere, not just magazines, but everywhere. You turn around, there's a picture of something. So I wanted something different. That's why I did this, so that people can learn something.
Very nice. Very nice. So, how many
Yeah.
do you have how many subscribers do you have for the magazine?
Ooh, I don't know right now how many I have to look, but I know that on the Meg platform, the readership on Megster platform is 1 million people. So where we are, we get you know, people. It's not people that we actually um, have who have subscribed, because some people can just read the magazine without subscribing. People can subscribe. So we have like people who just read it without subscribing. I don't know what. I just have to go in and check again and see what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, prior to being an editor, what did you do?
Oh, that's a good question. I used to be a information technology software engineer.
Wow.
I love to do years, maybe years. I loved it.
We are still having such a delay, Miss Llumbie. I just want you to know we're not we're not ignoring you. We can't tell when it's going to stop because of the delay. So keep hanging in there with
Right. Yeah, that's okay. It's not a problem.
Well, we met in Dallas at Dr. Cassandra's Run Women's Conference. You had come to the conference, and I was a speaker there when we had met.
Yeah.
And you are so precious because you immediately came over and gave me a sticky note with your number on it. And I'm thinking, I
Yeah.
am so in awe of what you're doing, and here you're giving me your phone number, and I'm just thinking, wow.
Well, I really thought that day, I thought you guys did great. You did a wonderful job. And I liked your introduction. And they said the princess. I was like, whoa, we have a princess in the room? You know, I immediately, I immediately, I immediately grabbed my little sticky thing because I was like, I want to meet this princess. And because we were surrounded by so many people, I couldn't really see your face at first. I'm like, there's a princess in this room. Are you kidding me? I better get my card right now and give it out. So, and then and then you appeared and you got on stage and the people were still like singing and the music was still like rolling and everything. I was like, wow, who is this person? Who is this? And I was so impressed. I was really, really impressed. And immediately, as soon as I got off the stage, I just was ready to hand you my card. I didn't have my cards at that time, so I handed you a little sticky thing with my name and phone number. And you.
I will keep it forever.
I know, that was really nice. That was so cool.
Well, you are doing great things for people, and I know that you got actually asked to do something when Houston had such a disaster with the hurricane.
Right. Yeah, I feel like
what all did you get? I mean, you got to you got to speak. I know that you were on the news, I believe, but what else did you get to do when you were down there? Because I never saw all of it.
I didn't really go to Houston at that time. I helped a little bit in the Dallas area. They had like several groups that were doing like the relief efforts for Hurricane Harvey and stuff like that. So, and I wanted to go to one of them. So, and I did go, but then at the time when I got there, I decided, you know what, it would be nice to provide my media services. I brought in my videography lady and we did some videos and interviewed some people there who were doing amazing things on the ground. And a lot of volunteers would come from a lot of places, just, even far away, just come and help. And I feel like I didn't really help much myself, to be honest with you. I was really to lend my hand and do as much as I could, but really more so to talk to the people doing stuff on the ground, to see what really made them do those things and what made them to give so much and give so much love and so much of their time. Because a lot of people really spent their time volunteering out there. And I thought that was great. They did a great job.
I've done a lot of work. I worked for about 8 years with FEMA. I was a FEMA inspector. And one of the things that it was a very fulfilling job because you're kind of the first line of recovery after the Red Cross. And one of the things that has always amazed me about big disasters like that is how the community comes together. And in this time where everybody is so divided and there seems to be no one really wanting to really talk, I truly believe sometimes God provides us these disasters to remind us that we're all human and this is a human experience we're all having, and to bring us all together. And certainly in watching the news media about Houston, well, really, all of the disasters that happened this summer, it was amazing to see how all the people came together, helped one another, and it truly is inspiring.
It is very much so. I feel like it brought everybody together. You know what I mean? It seems like everybody just came together, for a common cause and for common good. I feel like there was, for one time, just for a short period of time, there was that unity, so much love. Instead of hating each other, we loved each other again, which was a great thing. Because we need to have more love than hatred in this world. Because lately, there's so much going on. People hate each other for no reason whatsoever. And unfortunately, the Houston thing, and not just Houston, but also Florida, and also the islands, and all those places that Puerto Rico, all those places that lost a lot of people, lot of lives. Um, I feel like, people got together for wrong reasons. We don't have to get together because something bad is going on, or because something has destroyed our lives and destroyed our properties. We need to get together anytime and get along anytime and just love one another and stop hating each other. Because there's really no need to hate each other. There's really no need for all that hatred. It's not needed. It's not welcome. So, yeah.
So, Miss Llumbie, what motivated you to start helping? What motivated you to start helping so many people?
I think it's probably the way I grew up. I was always taught and not to neglect others, to always know that, when someone is in need, you gotta be there for them. Not just for myself, it's not so much for myself, but it's more for, my neighbors, my friends, and the people I know, the people around. We should care for one another, and
Yes.
and also not just that, but just when you grow up, you run into a lot of things. Certain situations change you. You become a different person. Experiences and through all kinds of things, I changed and I became to really love people because, be it through illnesses and through misfortunes or through happiness and all kinds of things.
Yes.
It teaches you to change and be a better person. So I feel like just by my encounters with people help me to help others as well. That's why I do this.
Well, I know you're very precious, and when we got just a minute to talk to each other at that conference, and I will tell
Mhm.
you, I think you are so peaceful. You have such just a
Oh,
presence of peace about you. Is that
oh.
is that what it comes from? Is the things you've been through?
Well, yeah, because I always tell myself, like, if you're not at peace with yourself, you can't be at peace with anybody else out there.
Mm-hmm.
Peace starts with you, just like charity begins at, it has to start with you. Because if you're not peaceful, then when you get out there, everybody else is going to be like panicking. And, you don't want people to panic over nothing. If you're calm and collected and peaceful, it helps others too to kind of relax, settle down and realize that, life is not all about, you know, being overwhelmed and, running around and being confused and all that stuff. Life is all about knowing who you are and, establishing yourself and having that foundation and realizing that, you matter to so many people, not just yourself. And the way you behave and the way you behave around people defines who you are and changes people around you and changes you as well. So that's why I try to stay calm.
Well, your presence was definitely noted in the room. I think that's something. I think that's something to be acknowledged because you definitely came in and you carry yourself well, but that peace just comes with you, and I just appreciated it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I could change someone's life, hopefully. Um, you know, I'm
Yes,
happy
ma'am.
to hear that.
So tell us a little bit about the well and the water system that you're putting in place in Africa, and how long you've been working on this project, and what do you need to? Is there anything that people can do to help you?
I feel like I've been working on this forever. It feels that way. Because every time when I go to the project site, they always say, "Do you have water for us?" I'm like, "No." I feel like I've failed them in some way because it feels like it's taking forever. But we started like in 2012. The water thing really started like 2013, but it's just slow in coming. And just like recently, it seems like it's really unfolding. We're kind of really making progress. It's just taking much longer, but I think we're getting there. I think definitely next year, 2018, like around April, May, we're going to have everything in place. Definitely, definitely. So, yeah, I look forward to actually having this system, clean water system, because I can't imagine anybody living for years without clean water, without any water at all. I don't think it's right. Water is a human right, and everybody
Yeah.
deserves to have clean water. Water is a
Yeah.
basic necessity. Anybody should have clean water, regardless of who
Yeah.
you are. Yeah.
So how can people help? Like, you know, there are lots of people that are busy and they're not going to go and physically do something, but they can help by sending a few dollars even. If
Yeah.
if they if they decided to do something to help you with the water, how can they do that? Like, can you tell us how that works?
Oh, this is a good one. Tomorrow we have a donor appreciation ceremony.
Uh-huh.
We have a small event for 2 hours. Come to our donor appreciation ceremony and, be appreciated, and also they can donate. But other than that, we do have like yearly events though, galas and so forth, where people can contribute. Not only that, but also have campaigns throughout the year. That way, we're setting up a campaign right now. That's probably going to be ready in about a couple of weeks. And these are like online campaigns. So people can donate online as well, or they can simply go to www.jbdondolo.org/donate and donate there. Any amount is welcome. It can even be 50 cents or $1 or however much. Just any amount helps a lot. So
Tell
don't
us
underestimate. Yeah.
tell us the website again so that we can make sure we get it. It's JB.
Yes. DONDOLO.org.
JBDONDOLO.
Correct. That's
Okay,
it.
I just want to make sure I'm getting it right before I post it. I'm going to post it in the comments so that if someone's driving and listening or anything, that they can find it in the comments.
Right. And it's .org. ORG.
I
Yes.
have a granddaughter that is in mixed martial arts, and when
Oh,
she went for her first degree black belt, they had to do 10 acts of kindness, of which 3 of them had to be major. And she was, at the time, she was like 10 years old, and she decided to help build a well. I don't remember exactly which country. I think one of them was Rwanda, and another one, she helped raise money for a water pump for another well that had gone bad. Both of them in Africa, and so that was her big give back for her black belt. And then
wow.
for her second history black belt. When Haiti had their earthquake, she raised enough money for a water well for a school in Haiti. So I've watched as these things progress, just watching what she was doing, and they always showed pictures and everything. And so I totally agree with you. Providing free water or clean water is a human right, and it's so wrong not to be able to have that.
That's very true. Yes, very true. That's a good thing that your daughter did that. That's amazing, you know. But yeah, you'd be amazed at how many people in Africa don't have water. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. So we need to help those people to have just that basic necessity. Because, I mean, without water, our bodies are made of 80% of water.
Right.
So if we don't nourish our bodies with water, where's the body going to get the water from? So we have to help as much as we can. And hopefully, one of these days, the whole of Africa is going to have water. Hopefully, everybody will have water. Not just water, but clean water.
Clean water, exactly.
Yes.
And we just don't realize when we grow up here, in most places in the U.S., we don't have to think about water. I mean, we turn on
it for granted.
We turn on the faucet and we grow up that way. So for us to realize that there are, places that don't have clean water, it's hard to comprehend. I mean, I'm not trying to be, silly. I'm really serious. I think there's a lot of people that don't realize the
enormity of the problem.
That it's a huge problem. Because I wouldn't have known. You actually made me aware of several things that I have no idea.
Right. Right. A lot of people underestimate the need for water in Africa. Until you get there and see for yourself, sometimes it's kind of hard to believe. A lot of people believe by seeing, but once you've seen it, I mean, it's really devastating. It makes you feel really bad to see what people are going through. People are suffering because they get sick for lack of water, for just hydration. And they don't take their medications. Girls don't go to school because, why would a girl go to school when there's no water and they're in their periods? They don't go to school. They skip school. So you see that more boys are going to school than girls because it's more convenient for boys to go to school. And girls will only go to school when they feel like it's safe for them. And you find that a lot of people don't go to the hospitals as well because all they think about is, okay, I go to the hospital, how am I going to take that medication that I'm given? With what kind of water? A lot of medication requires you to drink a lot of water so that it doesn't damage your liver and the parts of your body. So you gotta drink water no matter what. So it's a lot of things that require water, cooking and washing our bodies, for hygiene as well. I think that they call it now, there's a lot of projects that have opened up out there. They call it WASH, which is water, sanitation, and hygiene.
Wow.
Yeah, WASH.
I like
it. Yeah.
Because, I mean, that is needed, honestly. If you don't have any water, then sanitation is compromised. And so is hygiene is compromised. Yeah. And so is health. Your health is compromised. So it's very important that we establish water systems in Africa, not just in Africa, but all other places too that need water all over the world. It's important to do that, to provide water.
Well, I believe you are the one to get it done. I believe that you are going to impact a lot of lives by what you're doing, and we hope we can support you and help you, and our followers will help you. And I definitely hope that the gala that you invited me to this last year, was it? No, it was this year. I conflict in my schedule and couldn't go, so I'm hoping the next one I will be able to be there.
And guess what? Oh yeah, you didn't miss anything anyway, because I ended up, postponing it to next year.
Oh, did
So it's
you?
been
Oh,
postponed. Yeah.
well, we'll have to
So-
get it on our calendars because we would love to come and be with you.
It's now July 28, 2018. That is the
I'm writing
date.
it down right now, July 28th. Will it be in Dallas?
Yes, in Dallas. It's gonna be
Awesome.
fun. And I would love for both of you to come, and your friends, families, and bring your families and friends. Yeah.
We'll see if we can't round up a few.
Yes, yes.
Fun. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on today, and thank you for sharing what you're doing and just the things that we're just not aware of. I don't want to sound like I'm stupid, but there's just a lot of things we don't know. We don't know what we don't know sometimes.
That's true.
Well, I think sometimes you hear about it, but you don't. It doesn't really resonate until you actually go there or you see something like. For me, having my granddaughter, she was getting video and she was getting the story before the well was built, and then the story after the well was built, and then when she built the one in for the school, they started sending her videos from the school, and oh my gosh, it really impacted me very deeply. The fact that that there's so many people out there suffering, and I love the watch. I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to picture something without actually seeing it or hearing about it. Sometimes it's like, we hear about these things, but it's like you hear it, but it doesn't really stick. You know what I mean? It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, I've heard of this. But yeah, it takes like sometimes going there and actually seeing what's going on, to believe. Because sometimes it's not believable when someone is telling you this. It's like, wow, really? You feel like that can't be right. But it is happening. It's happening.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, and I'm going to go check out Equanimity Magazine and your website. So thank you so much for sharing your story and being on with us.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on here, and thank you for talking to me and asking those questions. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and we hope we see you soon.
At least by July.
At least by July.
You see me. Definitely. You can count on that.
Well, this is the Hope to Hope Conference. This was session number 6 with Llumbie Mlambo and Coni Meyers, and I'm Kim White, and we're just honored that you all hung out with us today. We've got one more session from 6 to 7 Central Time, which is 4 to 5 Pacific Time.
She's getting good at this.
I'm struggling with the time zone,
but she's getting there.
But we'll be back with several speakers. If you want to come back, Llumbie, please come back too. And we're going to take any questions you have and kind of give a summary of the day. So thank you for coming to the Hope to Hope Conference. Love you guys.
Take care.
Thank
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.